Hello everyone, welcome you all on your own channel Computer Classes at Home. As you can see on the screen zoom.us. So definitely we are going to talk about Zoom application, having a meeting online with Zoom. This is one of the very interesting system to have online communication, to have online meeting or interactions, or to teach our students. Definitely we can use the platform Zoom. So simply we need to click on sign in, and after that this screen will open and we need to choose sign in with Google. As I click here, then it will be giving us the options with different accounts of Google we have, and we can choose a suitable account through which we want to hold video conferencing or Zoom meeting with our friends, relatives or students, right? Here we have some settings. They are all personal settings, like to specify something about profile or to look for something details about meeting which we had in the past, which we want to arrange. Fine. Webinars, recordings and other settings. If I go on these settings, they would be the main settings which are essential for the purpose of recording, right? Here we have the recording option, and in the recording option we can look for local recording. Then here you can see the option tick. Host can give participant the permission to record locally if they want. Automatic recording is also possible, and recording disclaimer is also there, so that it is a customizable disclaimer option to participants, they will allow or not. And then multiple audio notification of recorded meeting. So these are the some options out of which we can decide which one we have to prefer. But I would like to bring your focus on mainly how exactly to have the meeting, and during the meeting what are the main options that we need to emphasize. So simply we'll go to the option host a meeting, and we'll choose in the beginning with videos off. Why? Because sometimes in the beginning we are just making the settings, so at that time the video should be off. Later on we can on. When this option appears on the screen, open Zoom meetings and allow us to open links of this type of associated app. We don't need to worry about it, just cancel and launch meeting. And then we need to choose join from your browser. Fine, because when we are using the browser, there are so many settings which are arranged by the browser itself, so we are not worried about installation of particularly the app. And then here you can see the option of join audio, start video if you want. Then security is one of the most attractive option and required option for all of us to understand. As you can see, the first option is lock meeting. There could be a specific reason to lock the meeting for a certain time, and we have locked, that means no one else can see what we are doing, and we can unlock it once again, right? Next option is enable waiting room, means if the waiting room is enabled, what will happen, all the participants would keep on joining, but they would be waiting for us to admit them, right? And then we have allow participants to share screen. Unless we don't allow them to share, they can't share their screens. They can't even chat also if we will not allow. They can't change their names as well if we do untick, and they cannot even unmute themselves, means once if you have muted them, they will remain mute. But if you want that student should be able to unmute themselves after a passage of time, after a couple of minutes, then you can do the security settings change. Like in the initial stage of your teaching part, you can keep them disable chat and unmute both of them, and after your teaching is over and your meeting main content is discussed, then later on you can enable the option. Next is for manage participants. In this option, firstly it is for the host only to change the name and all, and otherwise in more we can look for the option of start video. And next is share screen. While sharing the screen, we need to decide we want entire screen or application window or Chrome tab. So accordingly we can choose what we want to share with the students or the group members. Here is one option of advanced sharing options, and multiple participants can share simultaneously or one participant can share at a time. So we can make these changes also, that students don't share at all, so nobody would be able to share it, or you want that multiple participants can share for interaction with all of them, so we can choose this option as well. And in advanced sharing options, further we can decide who can share, only host or all participants, which is by default it is selected for multiple participants. And if we do for one participants, then it is asking ki who can share, one means only host or all participants, who can start sharing when someone else is sharing, only host, all participants. So we can make these kind of changes. Then chat. Yeah, definitely we have option of chatting, and here when we click on three dots, so we have option of no one, host only, everyone publicly, and everyone publicly and privately. So here also we have option of deciding what we allow other people to have during chat, what access they had. And in the more option, we have disable video receiving option is there, which we can choose. And there is another option of manage participants. In manage participants, we can click on invite option, so that we could take the link and this URL we can copy, and this URL can be sent to anyone to whom we want to invite, and it can be sent through Gmail or it can be sent through WhatsApp. Then mute all means all the participants who are attending the meeting, they would be muted by the host and they cannot speak in between. And then in the more, we have option of ask all to unmute. If you will take this one, so a message will go to all the participants that they have to unmute themselves. In the same manner, mute participants on entry means when the participants will enter in the meeting, they all will be muted by default. Enable waiting room means if the meeting room is enabled, that means everyone who will request, they would be able to enter in the waiting room. They would not be allowed to enter in the meeting directly. And these kind of settings are usually required when we are having the meeting on Zoom online, and all these options we can decide, we can choose, we can have according to our need. Fine, this is details of meeting. From here also we can copy the link and we can forward. So I think maximum of the options have been covered in this video, and now you will be able to hold the meeting with your friends or with your students, everyone, to enjoy it. Definitely you need to watch the video again, and if you have any kind of query, you can put up in the comment option or you can directly contact me. So thank you so much for watching the video. Take care. God bless you.